Alright, so today we are going to figure out how good is Raticate in Pokemon Auto Chess. Raticate is a normal wild unit that typically is only a synergy filler, but I'm going to tackle today, what if it was my carry? So get my wild region, and now I need to work to get these normal wild units in. Gonna do the classic thing of just buying out the bench, increase my odds of finding more common units. Unfortunately, I didn't land in a wild region, so I wouldn't be able to find Doduo, but it's unlikely that I'm going to even be able to get to a level high enough to find that unit regardless, so I'm going to worry about that after T10. And I need to start working on getting the items for this Raticate as well. Add in the Spearow, increase my odds of finding more wild units, and continue to buy the shop. I need to find Lickitung and Apom as well, so holding on to some of these uncommon units is going to be very helpful. Should be no problem taking down these other Rattatas. So that's half of the wide lens I'm looking for. The charcoal gives me half of the punching glove, and I have nothing for the soul dew yet. Those are my ideal items on my unit. Well, here's the punching glove, so I'm just going to go ahead and build that right now. Unfortunately, did not find another wild unit here, so I'm just going to get to the 10 money in for my economy boost. And looking at it, I may as well throw in this Horsey over the Weedle, just because it's better overall. And I'm going for a lose streak. You know, it looks like this player's AFK. Doesn't appear that anyone else is going for wild right now, which is good for me. No ice scale, so I'm just gonna get this Mystic Water for the half of the soul dew right now. Place this unit here and let the lose streak begin. Again, whenever I face this guy, I'm gonna win because he's AFK. Everyone else seems to be playing. You do have some wild units, which I don't love. Steel team already itemizing this Clink. A fairy human team with a couple of evolutions already. No rerolls on that. I'm definitely losing against this team. Steel 2, 1 evolution here, level 4. No chance of winning, which I am perfectly okay with. I did preset my desired team in the team planner, so whenever they do show up, I should be able to just spot them here. Again, unfortunately, nothing that I am looking for. I'm going to grab this, though, so I can get myself a Gracidia flower, because that's a very good unit, or item, in a wild team anyways, and I'm just going to throw it on my temporary Horsey, just to give my other wild units a boost. Because I can end up moving that to a different unit later on down the line. Main thing with this Rattata is I want to try and get it attacking as fast as possible, and letting this punching glove do most of the damage. Forgot I moved to level 4 as well, so this Litwick get pulled in, but that's fine. Again, I'm just trying to lose these battles, build up my economy, and then on the T10 with the Gyarados, I'm going to start rolling, because whenever you're playing wild, you are more likely to find wild units during PvE rounds. Again, nothing here. This guy is still AFK, which is fine. I am tempted to sell both of these units to guarantee my loss. which, now that I think about it, I will actually do that because a Spear is also going to be a temporary unit. Sell that as well, just to guarantee my loss. Oh, okay, he left the game, so I no longer have to worry about losing to him. And now I'm going to start putting units back in just so I hopefully don't lose as much health per loss. So I'm going to throw you in, and I'll throw you in. Just so hopefully they do a little bit of damage and assist in maybe taking out 1 or 2 units. Because the way you lose health is when you lose the round. You lose a certain amount of health, but the more units they have left on their board, the more health you lose. So taking out even 1 or 2 units is going to drastically help me. Against this ground ice team, again, going to be a very easy loss for me. My Rattata getting frozen immediately. Something that the wide lens would help with, not being able to get hit right away. I did take out 1 unit there, so that does help me saving some health. I lost 7 instead of maybe 8. Again, no item component that I'm really looking for here, which is quite unfortunate. I'm just gonna grab these black glasses, maybe make a wonder box in the future. Buy up a couple more of these units just to be able to sell down the line. Again, once I'm on this Gyarados round, I'm going to be rolling like crazy trying to find these units, because I need to make sure I get a wild portal, and ideally want normal because I need that Kangaskhan or Zangoose for that normal wild unique. That is going to be the only way right now to get to 5 normal and get that extra shield. So sound grass team here should lose no problem as well. Took out the first unit though, and it looks like I'm actually doing a lot of damage. And I am actually going to win against this team, which I'm very surprised about. And unfortunately, it does end my losing streak. That is quite unfortunate for me. My Rattata did a lot of damage there. So now I'm on the Gyarados round, start rolling, looking for these wild units. And I am going to dip under my 50 gold just because I really need to find these units. Throw that in just to get to the normal. There we go. Another one I'm looking for. Another wild here. But I do need to leave in the normal. And there's the Apom I was looking for. Of course, after battle started, didn't mean to sell that unit. Picked up the black glasses, so did indeed get myself a wonder box, which I'll probably make and just throw onto my temporary Spearow. So this is the only wild portal, which is unfortunate. If I found that Apom a little bit earlier, I probably would have gotten a better chance at it. So will I get the unique that I am looking for? The answer is, you know what? That is okay. I am perfectly fine getting that unit. Throw in this. Let's rearrange my units just a bit. I want to make sure my Raticate gets as much shield as I can. I'm going to make a wonder box and just throw it onto my Zangoose. I don't think we're facing a poison team, which... oh, we have a bug poison right here, so that actually will help out my Zangoose. Let's see how I do against this fire human team. And my team, it looks like it's crushing right now. Zangos is doing most of the damage. Not surprising, it is a unique, but I am still missing 2 items on my Raticate, and I have half a component each for it. Sell that, get to 50 gold. That's really nice. Now I can work on slowly leveling up. Again, I'm not getting the items that I want. All of these units are going to be quite helpful for my opponents. This is a very bulky front-lining fairy type, which there's not a lot of. This is a ghost artificial, so I'm going to take this Ponyta, even though the Miracle Seed was the last item I really wanted. And I am going to work to get to level 6 just so I can hit Wild 6. And it doesn't change my odds to find my uncommon units that much. But already you see my units doing more work. I do think I'm going to lose this round. Unless my Zangoose can come in clutch with this Shell Bell, but that freeze did do me in, which is fine. Only lost 8 health there. Here's the Never Melts Ice and the Twisted Spoon, so I will be able to get 1 of the items I'm looking for, and I'm going to prioritize this wide lens just so my Raticate is safely tucked away in the back and can hopefully get off multiple casts as I hit 6 wild as well, which will be very helpful. Unfortunately, I'm still not in the Doduo region, which is very unfortunate. But now I can move that there. I am going to be missing out. Actually, no, I'm going to move it like this, so... I will need to rearrange in the future just to make sure that my Raticate is getting the shield from the Zangoose. Right now, I'm trying not to lose too much health. This is a steel team. Maybe a little bit of steel artificial. Meowth is a very interesting unit to add in there. Zangoose still doing majority of the damage, but my Raticate is not far behind. And this fairy team is crushing it. The Slurpuff is a really nice add for them. Azelf can be a very scary unit. Very glad that I did not give them the carving, because I would have just really loaded up their front line even better. This is a great find right now, because now I only need 1 each. And once I do that, I can really start prioritizing leveling up, trying to get to Wild 9 as fast as I can. And once I'm that high, I should be able to find a wild portal for my legendary, and that will put me in a wild region where I can find the Doduo. Here is a scary psychic team, which is not lost yet. They're on a tyrant run right now. Does look like I'm going to take out their team. Look at that. Took out the first place team. Raticate doing almost as much as a Zangoose there, which I love to see. And I'm still missing an item for this unit. Now it's a PvE, so I'm going to roll down, hopefully find the evolutions I am looking for. I will grab these other wild units at the same time. Roll down to 40, just accidentally rolled over 1. Unfortunately, did not find my evolutions, which is a little bit unfortunate. but I did get the twisted spoon that I was looking for. Vampy I'm holding on to just because I want to get the Ursaluna at the end, and with an Ursaluna, it is a ground unit, so I want to put in a Vampy with them, or hopefully a Donphan, to start digging holes there. I'm going to throw in this Zigzagoon over the Darumaka, even though the Darumaka... Does it even have better? It has more attack straight up, but Zigzagoon will start with an item, which is a very nice addition. So hopefully it'll just last a little bit longer in the front line. Start with a nice citrus berry there. I forgot to make the soul dew and throw it on the Raticate. That's okay. I will do it after this round ends. Taking out this poison team. Sitting at 63 health. I'm still the only team to have beaten the first place team, which is very interesting. These two are my priority right now. These two units I'm just holding on to for the extra boost. I can get rid of this Firo still if I want. Firo is not really doing much. Oh, almost forgot to throw this on. Here we go. This is the fully kitted out Raticate that I'm looking for. Let's see if it's able to help and does any difference. Okay, so there's the dark team. I have to look out for this Pupitar, so I gotta rearrange going forward. Pupitar just did a ton of damage to my Raticate. Lanoon actually coming in biggest with the damage to this red orb here. This is a very interesting round. There's no items I'm immediately looking for. Honestly, that spoke ball would have been one I liked. I think I'm going to take this red orb here, because I would love, I'm sorry, not red orb, the flame orb here, because it does damage to myself. I would love to get an annihilate if I'm able to. Now, I'm not stressed about putting it in right now. I may actually, I will throw it on this Firo for now. I don't really care about this Firo. It's mostly there just for the Gracidia flower. Very interesting lineup on this fire human team, it looks like. They're getting to my Raticate, which I really need to try building out my front line stronger. And that will come again with the evolutions of these units here. I still won the round. Very interesting. What I am actually, this may seem like a waste of money, and it probably is, but I'm just going to do that so I can keep working on leveling up. Hold this just to increase my wild odds even more. I am now up to 18% in a normal round, so in a PvE round I'm going to be at 23%. Go against this ice team, which I have not had any luck against before. Let's see if my odds fare any better right now. This Vanillite, unfortunately, will keep targeting my Raticate, but I am able to bring it down with the Raticate leading in damage. Love to see it. I think my last item is going to be this Sticky Barb here, just because I'm on round 18. Yep, on Lugia now. Lugia and Ho-Oh. We'll throw this in right now. I'll make this sticky barb. I'll figure out what to throw it on. I guess I'll put it on you for now because I am going to get rid of you. And we'll see what I get from my final item slot. So I know I'm going to have 2 more levels which I need to hit. I need to replace you and you with, I already know these 2 units. I'm going to have my legend as another unit. And then I have 1 more. Let's see what I get. Protective pads is not bad at all. Really good for doing damage against shield, which will be good for this dragon team. Otherwise, I don't think it's going to be as useful. I'm not going to get this level. Let's see, I think I want this one because that would give me Okidogi, which is a fighting type, which would benefit a little bit from using the man key. This would have been whatever that unit's name is. Let's see what I get. The main question is, am I in a wild region? I am, and I did indeed get it. Zacian. Looking at getting the Zacian now, it would have been great if I got the rusted sword and could have put it on my Raticate. That's not going to happen now, though. I already maxed out the items. Not something that I thought about. Unfortunate, but oh well. So we're going to move this around here. I want to make sure my Raticate is getting hit by every single normal. And I will just throw... I'll throw this onto you, Maya, as well. Because I think I will end up putting a sticky barb onto the Zangoose. Let's see how I fare against this steel team. Raticate staying safe, tucked in the back. It is building up its speed, and look at that. Leading my team in damage, doing exactly what I was hoping. Another ditto here. Pick up this rufflet too, just to hold on to. None of these units are going to be on my final team. I could sell them right now to try and level up more, but that'd be 4, 8, wouldn't even get me to the next level, so it's no reason to sell them right now. May as well hold them to increase my wild odds. They also got a Zacian, very interesting. I took theirs out while mine's still alive. Zacian is doing a lot of damage, but does go down. And my Firo actually did a surprising amount, with Raticate still in 2nd place for damage. So I'm currently getting plus 20 attack and plus 50 speed, which is really helpful. And once I'm at that Berserk, my Raticate's going to even pop off even more. So will all the rest of my units. But that is going to be okay. None of these are that intriguing to me. Pokerus is always just a good thing to have, so I do think I will pick it up. I unfortunately do need to use more money for that, which not ideal. And I will throw it on... I'll throw it on you for now, just so it hopefully transfers to my Raticate first. I have taken over the lead, and I'm still missing that Doduo that I'm looking for to bring me to normal 5, giving me that extra boost of 25 shields. Here it is against this fire team. Fire psychic with a little bit of human thrown in. And did take them out. Zacian, even with just one item, is super strong. And after the legendary birds round, I will get that really strong sword. I can figure out if I want to use it on him or not, or on my Zacian. I could put it on a different unit. If I put it on the Zacian, that will most certainly be my leader in damage. So almost wishing that I didn't get the soul dew, so I could have put it on, but you know what? I can't really plan to get the Zacian. Here is this poison amorphous team. Poison is going to be beneficial to my Zangoose. As you can see, it popped off that round. I actually did very close damage to my Raticate, but this Zacian is just super strong. Here is this Doduo finally. So I will replace that unit right. My Firo, you did your job. I no longer need you. I will move my Pokey Reservoir over to it as well. I will throw the Sticky Barb onto Zangoose. See, I still have this flame ward. Not really sure who I want to put it on though. There's the sword I was talking about. Now, this is a very good pairing with the flame orb there. Treasure the ally with the weakest attack. 10, 10, 19, 18, 12, 12, 10. Unfortunate. I will... I'll think about it. I have the health to spare right now. Probably will lose this round because of it, maybe. We're only at ice 7, so they're not full. They're actually only at ice 6 because they have the Graveler in there. Ice is still a really strong team. It will be kind of disregarded because of this though. So I did lose this round. I do think I will beat them because I got the safety goggles there. I'm gonna put the rusted... I will put the rusted sword on you. But I would love to get an Ursa ring and throw this onto it. Here's this fairy team. They also got their Zacian crowned, but I took it out very fast. Teaming up on this Grimmsnarl here, who is very tanky. And I will go down this round too. So getting low on health, very close game between the remaining teams. See, they are facing the poison team right now, and look like they will take out that poison team. Let's see. That is a great last item for an Ursa ring, so hopefully I'm able to grab it. And I am. So I will do that. Not going to end up using the rock ruff. I will sell you off for you just because you're cheaper. And I'll actually hold you as well. I don't have a temporary unit right now to throw these on, but as soon as I get a Teddy Ursa, I'm going to level up, throw it in, throw all of these on it, just because they're very good items for it. Giving that extra luck helps out the Teddy Ursa a lot. I'm leaving that hole right there so my Zacian can run up and through. Here's this ice team again. I don't have the safety goggles on anyone yet, so they are probably going to beat me again. That is okay. I am getting very low on health, though. It is pretty scary. Lose to them even worse now. They are still on ice 7, and I'm on my last life here. So luckily, it's a PvE round, so I can roll for that Teddy Ursa. So now that I got it, I'm immediately going to throw these items on it. I will move it over to here to get the extra shield as well. See if I can find one more. Not yet. Come on. I will take that unit though. Let's see, what would be good on you? I will also do a soul do on you, just because I don't want to lose. At this point, it is going to be too late to get an annihilate, so I'm not even really concerned about you. Let's just sell these, grab you, and keep rolling. There is the Teddy Ursa, level that up. Got myself an Ursa ring. And let's see how I fare here. So Psychic, Fairy here, doing damage. Ursa ring is just popping off. It is a very strong build on it. Interesting, they moved their sword over. Let's see if I can find this Dodrio. Is really the last. There it is. It's really the last evolution I'll be able to do. I only have 1 life left. This is a very good team. Let's see if I'm able to survive it. This Ice 8, having these safety goggles will be very good. These enemies that can't be frozen, and this Ursa ring does so much damage. That little bit of aquatic is pretty good for them too, because it pushes all my units back. But I am just tearing through them right now. My Ursa ring is doing the most damage, but Raticate is putting up big numbers. This is going to be the last round, so I may as well roll down my money, see if I can find myself that Ursa Luna. I don't think I have enough money for it, which is fine. A little bit of money short. Let's see how it goes running it back. Hopefully it's the same outcome for me. Units go. Ursa ring takes out the Empoleon. Keeps going, takes out Mamoswine. Abomasnow goes down. They're just not able to keep up with my damage output. And that is the end of the game. Raticate did a very good job doing very respectable damage, considering that it is a 2-star common unit. Look at the amount of stats it has: 2951 from my top dealer, 12 and 66 from this Raticate, and its ability only increases its speed. So overall, Raticate, very good synergy fielder. Probably not the best unit to make your carry, but can you win with it? Absolutely.